You are now tuning to That's Scary with your host, Melanie P. A podcast about everything from relationships to finances, sex, and what's going on in the culture. Every week, a different guest host, a different topic, raw, unfiltered. So sit back and relax. Melanie P. Talk to him.
Melanie P. That's scary with Melanie P. Come on. That's scary with Melanie P. That's scary with Melanie P. Come on. Welcome to the show. This is a one-man show today. I got COVID. I have COVID. It is the last couple of days in 2022, and I have COVID. I got COVID. I have gone, COVID started maybe, 3 years ago? And I have gone 3 years, long years, never getting COVID, never got COVID. It is disgusting because last week, I literally went 2 places. I work from home. I went 2 places and somehow I caught COVID either at Walgreens or at TJ Maxx. So with that being said, this is a one-woman show, okay? I have no co-host because I can't spread the COVID, and I'm not even recording visually because I have COVID. So I said, you know what? The show must go on. I was brought into this world by myself, and I'm going to leave by myself. I'm actually recording. This was important. This was actually very important for me to record because this is the last recording of 2022. Okay. I started this podcast in June of this year when I was like 6, maybe 5 months pregnant. Out of wedlock. This has been my dream to do something creative. So, and I didn't want to not record a final show because of COVID. COVID, you will not win. Okay? You will not win, COVID. Now, I mean, you did kind of win because I'm sitting here by myself in a room by myself with no host, no visual, no host, just one lonely girl on a microphone. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. It puts me in the mind of this song that my brother, who was the co-host on the Alpha Male show, used to sing. That one year I was single for Christmas, he would always sing this song. What do the lonely do at Christmas? And this is Christmas and I am alone in this room recording my podcast, but it is what it is because it's my podcast. And I didn't want to leave 2022 not giving you guys, because I have a loyal fan base. Like, I'm actually very surprised. I'm very surprised by the number. I mean, I shouldn't say I'm surprised, but the number of streams I be getting, to not have any kind of following like that, but to have a following is just a blessing. I'm super, super, super happy about that. But listen, if you're listening and you got this far, you know that it's just me, okay? However, we got some, I keep saying we as if it's me and somebody else. I got some good stuff some good shows, man, coming down the pipeline. And I know you guys can hear my smile. Oh my God, you can hear my smile. But I got some good stuff coming down the pipeline. I got some really, really great guests coming down the pipeline. And I'm so excited for these guests, honey. Yes. I got some really good guests. Got some really, really good guests coming down. I have well, you know what? I'm gonna just save it. Just know that some good shit is coming, okay? But I'm gonna do it the same way. Listen, I don't need to have a guest to do a mental health check-in. I don't need to have a guest, okay? A guest host or whatever. I can do this. I'm very confident in who I am, okay? So, mental health check-in. How am I feeling? Let me tell you something. I am feeling good. I'm feeling GOOD really good. I just had the most amazing conversation with a good friend of mine about manifestation and about being positive and about what we're going to, what we're planning as far as a mental state for 2023. And that really has me amped. And honestly, I got to give a shout out to my fiance, my baby daddy. I gotta give a shout out to him because you know what? He left his little man cave for me to be able to record. And I, shout outs to him. However, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good mentally. I've had a good week despite the COVID. Listen, oh, you can hear me sniffling. Despite the COVID, I've had a really, really, really good week. I had a good Christmas. I went home for Christmas, okay? And I had a good, wholesome time with my family. A little bit too wholesome, okay? A little bit too wholesome. I mean, it wasn't no ratchet. It wasn't no nothing extra. But, it's a blessing anytime I'm able to go and be with family. A good time, good vibes, man. I'm going into 2023 optimistic. No, fuck that. I don't even want to say optimistic. I'm going into, because to me, optimistic sounds a little bit too weak for me. I'm going into 2023 knowing that I'm going to get everything that I haven't gotten so far. Okay. I'm going into 2023 on some motivation. I'm on a motivational kick. I'm going into 2023 on my health and wellness, getting this body back. Okay, getting this pre-baby body back. Pre-baby body back. I like how that sound. Pre-baby body back. Baby body back. I like how that sound. I'm going into 2023 getting my pre-baby body back, okay? So health and wellness is going to be major for me. Putting my podcast, kind of doing some more things, getting more organized with my podcast, it's been doing really good. So I'm going into 2023 with a lot of motivation. I always, and this is a little clue, a little bit of a tidbit for the listeners. This is what I do. So at the end of every year, okay, I have a meeting with my little soul sister, my friend, my sister-in-law. We sit down because we're equally yoked. We sit down, we have a meeting, a very formal meeting about how did 2022 go? What are our goals for the next year? We write them down. We are aligned. Sometimes we even pray with some holy water, okay, to manifest and put these things into place. So I'm on a high of that. I just had a good conversation with her talking about that. So I'm on a super duper high. Mental health is good. Good. And matter of fact, my mental health will always be good because I'm healthy. I'm good. So, no more depressing mental health. Not that I've ever really had a depressing mental health moment, but it's about to be really popping. And I sound so old. That's not even something people say. Do the kids still say popping? Ew, that sounded so old. Yeah, so I'm really feeling good. I'm feeling great. Okay, I'm feeling really, really good. You guys are loving the last show. Okay, I got some really good feedback, and probably because I had a lot of drinks. Me and my boo Mia had a good amount of drink. Okay, we had a lot of drinks, and Man, that show, okay, the last show that we recorded was almost a 4 hour recording. A 4 hour recording. That's how long, listen. Ooh, y'all, I do not want to be sniffing in this microphone. That is horrible. um that show was banging. Y'all, listen, listen, I keep it transparent. I keep it very real and raw. And I'm being fake right now because I always say you shouldn't have to announce stuff like that, because if you have to announce it, it's not real. So me, my sister-in-law, and my brother are in this fitness competition, and I'm watching these idiots jumping jacks and stuff just to beat each other. But I love that. Black love at its finest. Anyway, where was I going? Where was I going with this? I forgot. Oh, the last show. Y'all are loving the last show, man. Y'all, I mean, listen, that last show was 2 weeks ago, and my streams are still going up. And I've gotten a lot of good feedback on that show. It was very transparent. We had a lot to drink. And really, it's always good vibes. It's always good vibes with Mia. Okay? And it's not just the alcohol, People are, you can't get along with any and everybody, okay? That's why I don't be having any and everybody guests co-hosting on this show, because I try to be very, very authentic and transparent and authentic to who I am. And everybody, I mean, most people love me. Let's be clear. But I want a vibe on my show. And me as a vibe. All of my co-hosts that I've had, I've literally been blessed to literally have a vibe with all of my co-hosts since June. And that's everything. Me is so much fun. Like, with my co-hosts that I've had, I really like the fact that we can flow in our conversations. But getting back to the last show. So y'all, I did have drinks and I probably did say too much. Okay. And that's probably why you guys are feeling the show. And the scary part about that is that there's a part 3. Okay. And the part 3 of episode 14 literally is when the drinks were at the highest. And we started talking about some very rated X stuff. Okay, we even had a couple of callers call into, well, hold on, they didn't call into the show. I called them into the show, okay? Talking about riding dick and talking about different things, guys. Oh my God. So that show's gonna drop. Oh shit, no, I didn't delete that. I thought I deleted that footage, but I didn't. Now, I don't have the footage. I don't have the visuals because my camera can only take so much, so I don't have the visuals, but I have the audio, and it's gonna be Amia and Melanie exposed part 3 after dark that I'm gonna drop bonus episode, and I don't care. Listen, it is what it is. I gotta keep reminding myself that I'm a grown woman. I can say and do what I want to do, so it is what it is. But keep streaming that show. It's so crazy. Like when I get the feedback from my shows and everybody's like, oh my God, it's so good. I can hear you're getting more comfortable. The shows are getting better and better. I was laughing. Oh my God. It's such a double whammy of feelings. Number one, I feel so good that I'm getting feedback. Like when people call me and be like, oh my God, Melanie, your show was so good. I was laughing, blah, blah, blah. That feeds my spirit. But then it also makes me be like, damn, I want more and more and more people to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like I want more and more people to hear it, and that's coming because you know what? I'm gonna manifest that in 2023. Like my show's gonna be very much top 5, maybe top 10, maybe top 20, but my show's gonna be up there because, it's just destined. I had a psychic tell me back in 2020, that you will never be happy in a regular job. You will only be happy well, that sounds horrible. She said that you'll never be fully happy working like a 9 to 5 corporate America job. She was like, you're going to be happy when you tap into doing something that taps into your creative side. And I was like, damn, I tried like the YouTube thing. I tried like having a page about damn products and stuff, and nothing really stuck. But this is sticking because I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy having conversations. You know what I'm saying, with people, and I'm a talker. Listen, I'm up here talking by myself in a room by myself with a light on, okay? By myself. But I'm doing it because honestly, I have loyal listeners, and I don't want them to miss out on my last final episode of 2022. So that's me. That's what's going on. I want to just kind of do a quick recap of like these shows, right? So we talked about episode 14. My episode 14 was a really, really, really fun show. Oh my God, it's still going up in streams. It's so great. Me and Mia, again, we had some drinks. We had so much fun. Like I love a good conversation. Listen, take a deep breath. I love a good conversation. Like, that is my love language. Conversation is my love language. Like, being around people, humans that can hold a conversation, being around people that can not only hold a conversation, but can vibe with you, and like, it's no phony shit. Like, I don't like the phony shit. I realized that as I'm getting older, that when I'm around certain people and it's not a flow, it's not organic feelings, I don't like that. And I feel very dirty. It's only a few select people that I've actually encountered that I feel that way about. And I don't like that feeling. I really don't like that feeling. So I say that to say that episode 14 was good, great vibes, whatever. Like, I love that show. Continue to stream. Let's take it back. 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 Let's take it back.
Who said that?
Who said that? Listen. Episode 1, guys. This is a behind the scenes. I'm gonna go through these really quick because I just want, again, last show of 2022. Quickly, hold on, no, I can't do that because this is 14 shows. Can I? I'm gonna just go through some of the highlights of my favorite shows. So that first episode number 1 about online dating, that was literally. Let me tell y'all how this started. So I have wanted to do a podcast forever, but I never, ever, ever could find a co-host that would commit to being a permanent co-host and that would commit to being, committed to the show. And so I always was like, I'm not going to do it by myself. I'm not going to do it by myself. So years have passed and I'm watching people do it and I'm like, damn, I want to do it, whatever. So I was going to get these pictures taken of my baby, and I found a guy to do it. And the guy, he actually has a podcast, and he was telling me how he records his podcast. And I went to his page and I'm like, damn, here go another nigga living out my dream right in front of my face. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. He told me that he he goes to a studio, he records, and he walks away. So you know what I said? I said, you know what, Melanie? The time is now to go ahead and do your podcast. Like, the time is now. Long story short, I asked Jason, my fiance, to record the first episode or the first couple of episodes with me because I didn't want to do it by myself. And I literally went on, what is that, Peerspace or something? Is it Peerspace? I don't know. I went and I found a studio and we just recorded one day on a Sunday morning. And the show was so good. I enjoyed it. I truly enjoyed that show. And I said, you know what? I'm hooked. And that show went really well. Then the very next show was actually the first show. Episode 2 was the first show with the Mias. Like, I call them the Mias, with the it was during Pride Month, back in June. And that was our next show. And I thoroughly enjoyed that show. Was that my first time meeting Mia? Not Mia with an H, but Mia with an A. Was that my first time meeting her? Child, I don't know. But I mean, meeting her in person. Oh my God, but she was cool. Like, she was really cool, child. She really had me thinking, hold up now. Am I playing for the other team? That's a joke. That's clearly a joke. But she was really cool. And I was very happy to see happiness and black love in whatever form. I love that conversation. And again, I fuck with them because they're so transparent. They put it out there. It was a great conversation. I love seeing them together because just how, I'm like, the way they look at each other, I'm like, they are in love. And it was very beautiful. I really thoroughly enjoyed that show. And I was still kind of getting my feet wet. Then we had the supporting black businesses show. So I don't know if y'all listened to episode 3. Oh my God. This is when we were still going to the podcast studios and I was pregnant, so I could not drink, but my fiance could. And, one thing about going to the studio to record is they always had a plethora of liquor. A plethora of liquor. And, you know, free liquor. So he was drinking and he was drinking. And if you go back and listen to that show, and if you go back and look at the visuals, here I am, pregnant and sober, watching him have all the fun and watching him go in on these black businesses. Okay. It was a good show. I was nervous because he was a little bit drunk. He wasn't drunk, but he was just feeling himself and he was really going in. So I really thoroughly enjoyed that show. If you haven't listened to that show, go back and listen. Fast forward, let me think, what's my other favorite shows? Then we had I gotta talk about episode 4, the conversation with the relationship coach. Now, backstory on that one. We actually went to him. His name is Andre. We went to him and we used him as like a coach for our relationship when we were thinking about getting engaged and stuff. And so I wanted just to talk to somebody. If you have a relationship, whether it's going perfectly fine or needs some help, I highly suggest him. Even if it's going good, it's always good to talk to somebody because sometimes when you're in a situation or a relationship, again, whether things are good or bad, it's good to have a professional or a third party in a safe space where you and your partner can really, like, you know, say stuff and have that third ear. Well, hold up, that'd be a 6th ear to listen to. So I enjoyed him. I enjoyed him. We used him before. Episode number 4 was good. Fast forward up to the sex talk. Oh my God. Now let me be real. That show did not go as I thought it was gonna go. At that time, I was still getting my feet wet in the podcast world, and the other kicker too, that if you look at if you look at my Instagram and look at the clips, okay, you'll see that we were sitting on this couch. Now at that time, that must have been in July, okay? I was due in September. So what's that math? I don't know. I must have been like 6 months pregnant. And let me take a little drink, guys. Hold on here. Must have been like 6 months pregnant. So the studio that we were going to, which I love the guy, but he bought this couch and it was down low. And so it was very uncomfortable. Didn't like that. Couldn't drink, didn't like that, you know. That show was a good show. It's a great listen, but I feel like it didn't go as planned. So I actually might do another one of those shows with some different people, some different, you know, a different thought process, you know, from different people. But that's still a good show, okay? Who else? What other shows? Let me fast forward. Now, show number 11, okay? the dating and relationship show with that relationship expert, my girl, what's her name? I don't even know her name, child. What is her name? Danny. Okay, Danny Outen, the owner of Out and In Love. I thoroughly enjoyed that show. Here's another tidbit to anybody single, okay, or anybody who, single people. I met Danny when I was single, and I hadn't been single a whole lot. Let's just be clear. But when I was single, I wanted to go out one night. I didn't have nobody to go out with, and I think I had joined like a meetup group. I think she had a meetup group, something like that. Long story short, I went out on a limb and I went by myself to this little like meetup bar situation she was having. And I had such a good time, and I met her there, and I met some other people there who I'm still kind of cool with to this day. But the point of that story is you got to get out of your comfort zone, because here I am, years later, and she's still cool. She came to the house, she recorded a show, and she's she's with somebody, I'm with somebody, blah, blah, blah. But that's just an example to always step out of your comfort zone, because I was able to meet her and we still have a connection, as of this day. But I enjoyed that conversation. Now, she was a vibe. I enjoyed her. She was a vibe. Anybody who can have a little drink, okay, who can have a conversation, who isn't shy, that is my vibe. And I enjoyed her, and I actually want her back as well. She was a really, really good look. I enjoyed talking to her. That was a good show, and that's a show that I feel like people should really listen to, whether single, married, whatever. That was a really, really good show, and she was a really good vibe, and I gotta have her back. And then, I think that's kind of where it ends now. After that, I had a show with my brother, okay? And surprisingly, that is one of my top shows. Episode number 12 with my brother. Will a real alpha man stand up? Here's a little funny thing about that. That show was with my brother. It was his first time. If you don't know, he actually wrote did he write it? No, I wrote it. I wrote my jingle and he just performed it. Okay, anime. That was a good show. Now, I think he was a little bit nervous. Okay. I got a whole setup here. This ain't no nigga rig shit. This is a real little vibe here. We got a little alcohol. We got microphones. This is a real professional setup here. Okay. I got a whole sign. Okay. I got a sign behind me with my name on it. I think he got a little bit nervous, but he's coming back. Okay, he actually has a really good show coming down the pipeline. So he is coming back, and he has some tips for the men to sustain and to obtain a healthy relationship and marriage. So he'll actually be back in 2023 recording a show. I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be good. But I thoroughly enjoyed that show, and that's one of my. Now it's really interesting because I can look at like how many people have viewed my reels on Instagram, and for some reason, bitches must have been feeling his looks, child, because everybody was liking and viewing that reel, and it was very, very, very interesting to me. So that was a really good show. Here's another thing. Off topic, because again, we're just doing our final, my final show for 2022. But have y'all been watching? The Krishan Rock show on Zeus? That has been ridiculous. I know I'm going off subject here, child, but ridiculous. So here are a few things that happened this week, and I'm gonna have a show about some of these topics, but I wanted to give you a heads up. It's been some crazy shit happening this week. Number one, why has there been at least 4 or 5 pregnancy announcements with no men in sight? Okay, listen. Don't shoot me. Shoot the messenger, okay? Keke Palmer. Lyra Galore. Y'all, oh my God. I just think I just burped. Let's play that back. Keke Palmer. Lyra Galore. Juju. Who else? It's a fourth person out there. 4 people. 4 women. 4 women have announced their pregnancies this week, in the past couple of weeks. 3 this week. And I ain't seen no men. And I don't like that. Because I feel like we have to do better. I don't like that. The Krishan Rock and Blueface show premiered. I don't like that. But I'm going to watch. I don't like that. It's the definition of a toxic relationship. And I don't like that. Okay? Another thing that happened this week. What's his name? Tory Lanez, little midget man, and Meg the Stallion. Okay, he was found guilty. He was found guilty. And I'm happy about that. Because he shot her. He did it. He did it. Now, that's going to be a deeper conversation because it's so multifaceted. Black woman, black man. We as black women, we want to protect black men, okay? And Meg the Stallion, much like me, much like other black women I know, we want to protect our men. But how dare a little midget dwarf like Tory Lanez? First of all, how did he even get to sleep with Meg the Stallion? How? Like, how? I never understood that. Like, he is the length of her leg, okay? He can't have no big dick because he's like a midget. I don't believe he has a big dick. I'm sorry. I don't believe that. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. How? Even if he has money, she has money. So that can't be it. That can't be it. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a whole show in itself, guys, because I really want to discuss the whole, like, black women not being protected situation. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling how, like, people came for Meg. I don't like that. Like, again, initially, she tried to protect him. Okay. But this nigga want to talk, and he want to do this and make threats and make jokes. Okay, you want to make jokes? Let me send you ass to jail. And I think that he must have thought he was going to get off because he was very cocky. But you can be cocky in that jail cell. Now, I don't think that he should spend 20 years. Okay, he shouldn't spend 20 years. Should not spend 20 years in jail. That's a bit much. But he should spend something. He should spend a few years. And I hate that because, again, even though he shot this woman, this beautiful black woman, he shot her in both her feet. Okay, and even though I don't like him, okay, I like his music. You know, even though with all of that, as a black woman, I still want to protect his dumb ass. Even with all of that, I still want to protect him. And again, that's a show all in its own because that's what we do. That's what black women do. We protect the same men who don't even protect us. Let's keep it a buck. We've been protecting the black man, you know, since the beginning of time, you know? And we've done it so much to where a lot of the times they're now kicking us to the curb. Now, they ain't kicking me to the curb. They ain't kicked me to the curb. Okay. But that's what they do. And, you know, it's just really sick. It's really, really sick and it's really, really disgusting. But that's going to be a show in itself. I really want to have a conversation. I want to have a conversation about why the black woman is not protected. Why? Like, why? I don't get it. Like, why? Okay? And that's why I applaud the Serena Williams of the world, okay? I applaud I don't know, but shit. The girl, sister, the white sister. What is it? Tia is the white one. Tamara, I believe. Let me think. Nope. Tamara is the black one, and Tia is the white one, I believe. Shit, I don't know, but you know what I mean. When I see black women with these white or non-black men, I don't care. Go get you one, because listen, they're not always protecting us. So that's a whole nother I just said another. Here's another fun fact. If you listen to episode 14, I spoke about my experience with a narcissist, Joe. Joe, if you're listening, you're the narcissist. I dated a narcissist, and I spoke about him briefly in episode 14. And I remember one time we were talking, and I said, I don't want another one. I said something like, here go another. Whatever I said another versus another. And he corrected me. And I did not like that. So now anytime I say another, am I saying this right? Hold up. Yeah. Is it another? Maybe I'm confused. But he corrected me. And now every time I say that, I think about it. Listen to episode 14. Anyway, guys, listen. I have thoroughly enjoyed the last the last 7 months recording this podcast. There are some great things coming down the pipeline. I don't know what she claims. I don't know what she identifies as. I think maybe she's a medium, a psychic or a medium, but I have a medium coming on the show. She's actually read me for filth. Actually, she read me for filth. Okay, I paid for a session with her, and she literally read me for filth in a good way. She's a psychic, and she'll be on the show in the next couple of weeks, and she's good. She's good at what she does, and it's interesting because she's really pretty. She's a black girl. She's a younger lady, and she's a very pretty girl. And I think at first I was like, does she know what she's talking about? But she's a real one. Like she knows what she's doing. She's connected to source and the archangels and stuff like that. She's gonna be on the show in 2023. We're gonna have a show about helping the black men get their shit together in 2023. I'm gonna have a really good show, kind of sad show, about a close friend of mine who lost her fiance, black brother who didn't take care of his health. And he died suddenly due to some blood pressure issues and stuff like that. So black men, listen, y'all shooting us in the foot and shit, but we still trying to help you, okay? So we're going to have a good show about that. But we got good stuff coming. I'm trying to think of anything else that happened this week. What else happened? I don't know. But anyway, guys, listen, this is my last show of 2022. Yes, I have COVID. But I know that by the time I record my next show, I'll be COVID free. Listen, get them damn at home COVID tests. Okay? Because I think there's a lot of people walking around here with COVID and don't know it. Okay? COVID and don't know it. There's a lot of people walking around here. Take care of yourself, man. Have some goals. Knock them goals out. When I come back, when my next show drops, it'll be the year 2023. And I'm gonna be a whole nother person. A whole other person. That's the word that the narcissist told me not to use. I'll be a whole nother, which I'm supposed to say other, a whole other person. You know what? Here's another thing he got me on, and you know what? Fuck you, Joe. Fuck you. Here's another thing he got me on. We were talking one night, and I told him that I made some salmon. And he said, "You made what?" And I said, "I made some salmon." And he said, "The L is silent." I was just like, "You motherfucker." Now he was right, and I have never said salmon since. I guess it's salmon, not salmon with an L. But that was another way he got me. Here's another story. Yeah, let me take another sip. Let me clarify this too. And I think I clarified it on episode 14, but I work hard. I'm very successful. Okay, I'm successful. I'm determined. I'm goal oriented. And I work hard. Okay. So when I'm off work, when I'm doing my podcast, I'm in chill mode. I work too hard to be stuck up and uptight. So listen, it is what it is. But where am I going with this? Oh, I keep losing my track of thought, y'all. That's really, really scary. What was I saying about him? Oh, he used to fly me out. Oh my God. It was just he was ridiculous. I wonder if he listened. Oh, I really wonder who listens to my show. That's the thing too. We touched on this on episode 14. But I wonder who listened to this show, who just listened to be nosy. Like, that really irks me. Like, that really, really irks me. It's a few people that I know that I'm not going to say their names, but listen, I know who you are. That listen to the show just to be nosy and to kind of keep tabs on shit. That's one reason why I kind of hate having my YouTube channel, because people are nosy. But I can't stop my show because a few lurkers, are just jealous and on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But listen, thank you guys for rocking with me. Okay, that's what I was saying. Oh, who else? Yeah, no. Erase. Thank you guys for rocking with me in 2022. Please continue to rock with me in 2023. I'm excited for these next shows. I got a few good things coming down the pipeline. Okay, I hope to have Mia back soon. I fucks with her. I don't fuck with many people, but I fuck with her. Hope to have her back. I hope to have Danny back. I'm gonna have Sheldon back. And I'm gonna have a lot of new people, and that's gonna be really good. And I want to be more disciplined. So I don't know if I said this, but every year I have a word of the year. Now, I don't think I had one for 2022, and that might be why my shit was fucked up. But for 2023, my word is discipline, and peace. So let me encourage you as I close, get you a word for the year. Get you a word, get you a mission statement, get you a vision board. Go into 2023 with intention. Go into 2023 motivated. Go into 2023 with goals. Live your life to the fullest. And this is me preaching to myself, but preaching to you as well. Make the next year the best year, okay? Make the next year count. It's so many people who did not make it to today, and it's people who will not make it to 2023 now. It won't be. I'm making it to 2023. That is scary that I said that, honestly. But it's people who are not here. So we owe it to ourselves. We owe it to God. We owe it to Source to live our life to the fullest. It's Thursday night. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm very happy about that. Okay. And I gotta start living my life to the fullest because I don't think I'm doing that. And it's kind of hard with a new baby, but it's so much more to be blessed. I have so many more things to be blessed for than I do to feel sad for, to be honest. So listen, thank you guys for rocking out with me. Listen, thank you for rocking out with me in 2022. If you hadn't streamed the shows, go back and listen to every motherfucking show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, show 12, show 13, and show 14. Okay, listen to all my shows. Thank you guys. And I'm going to see you in 2023. That's scary with Melanie P. That's scary.